this is Abby from Approved Automotive. Welcome back to Approved Weekly. Let's talk about today a little bit about customization, what we can do with the cars on the detailing side. But right now, let's get straight into meeting Daniel, speaking about one of our new arrivals, Car of the Week. So before we get onto that, let's talk about what's going on behind me. We're in the photography studio here. This GT4 RS, we just sold it this week. It's also had full paint protection film and it's going for delivery today. All the guys are doing their final checks, and over here we have a Macan T. It's just come in for appraisal. Let's give the guys a few minutes and then we go from there. So you all know Daniel. This is definitely Daniel's kind of car. I'm gonna let him hand over. And in the meantime, I wish that you could smell the nostalgia of this on the exterior and the interior.
Daniel again at Approved Automotive. And today we've got something right up my alley, 1979 Series 1 Range Rover. So to match that classic white, we have the vinyl hood, typically seen on 1950s, 60s American cars. But the Brits know how to do it right with this one. Why don't you hop inside with us? So we've spent a while trying to find the 360 camera, but we're still struggling, right? We're still struggling.
Also, trying to wind down these windows, which you won't experience unless you were probably born in the 90s, is really winding me up.
Yeah, there's a real stark difference between this one and the new one, for example, that's there, right? A lot's changed in 30 years.
Evolution.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so a few things to note with a car like this. As I worked out yesterday when starting it, there is a lot of play in the gear stick. So that is actually first, and neutral is literally the whole length of the vehicle to make sure it's not engaged. When starting it, we have obviously a manual choke that it's taking a few of us to work out how to use. We just want to pull it out, and then we can actually start this bad boy up.
Yes!
First turn of the key. So it's a 4-speed manual. We have the low and high gears. I believe this is overdrive, but you know, if we actually read the instructions left by Range Rover here, you might be able to work that out. Good old bit of 70s British engineering right there.
So let's go for a drive.
This car is now available at www.approvedautomotive.com.
So one of the things that you might not see us advertise much, but we actually do quite frequently, is customization of the vehicle. So when this car came to us, it had completely different wheels. It didn't have any matte finishing on the car because we've done matte to PPF. Of course, it had no window tint. And as an extra thing, this car is about to go off for paint and have all of its silver parts painted to black. So the calipers we've also painted, they were originally silver and they also did not have the logo either. So you might notice as well, where's the spare wheel for this car? So actually, unusually, the customer has opted to remove the spare wheel. So we have a plate that's been made here that we've just received the part for and is currently in painting. So we'll finish this off so it's nice and flush without the wheel as well.
And the beauty of matte PPF is you're still getting all of the protective finishing, you're still getting all of the qualities that you want in a paint protection film, but it changes the look to something a little bit more unique. So even if your car is already matte from the factory, the only downside with matte paint is it can't be polished because you're going to make it glossy and it scratches kind of easily. We can put matte PPF on top of your matte paint from the factory and it will get rid of all those issues and you'll have no worries at all.
But like the case on this car is actually glossy underneath, so it will give you the exact same finish as if the car was painted like this. On that note, I would actually advise, if you're going to order a brand new car, even though the matte or satin look is quite popular these days, I would still always order it in the gloss finish, as Jen says, because there's issues with matte paint and it terms to maintenance. And then we would always do the matte PPF, because then you're finishing the look, but also protecting the car all in one go.
Yep, and the brilliance is, if you get tired of it, you can take it off and you have a whole nother car underneath.
We forgot to mention that we actually also painted the Defender badges front and back. They were originally silver. So normally the work we do here ourselves, like paint protection film and window tint, we would actually do after any painting or anything like this has happened. However, in this scenario, we've decided with the client that we will do this last minute, hence why it's all finished. So let's send this to our body shop and let's see into the future of how the finished looks. So the Defender is now back with us. It looks absolutely amazing. You see we've done the painting of the silver parts here, and on the front here, and on the rear as well. I think we've taken this car now to the absolute next level. It looks amazing. So just so you know, this car now has the full PPF, even has it on pieces like here. And then if you come around to the back, we've got the guys here just doing the PPF on the newly painted black parts. We are doing this one in manual. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure if that actually exists as a template on the system on here. I'm sure it does, but because it's freshly painted, it's very, very delicate, so it's better to do it manually in this case. What do you think about the car from how it came in to how it is now?
It's looking good, ma'am.
Yeah? Okay, Ramon, what do you think?
It's more better, ma'am, than before.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you.
And that's it for this week at Approved. See you next time.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!